5 things to declutter in this gilded age, aka 60 and beyond. Okay, it's got to go. Hello, ladies, and welcome to Rock Your Decade. My name's Loretta, and on this channel, I hope to be a source of inspiration and encouragement to men and women who are in their late 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond on how to navigate life as we see it now, because it's different. It's not the same. It's not the same as our parents. It's not the same as our grandparents. Things have changed, and it's a good thing, but we've got to navigate it. A lot of us are finding it difficult at the moment on how do we navigate it, because we didn't grow up with all the amenities that we see now, and we're having to navigate life as we see it. And so, yeah, we need a discussion. We need to talk about it. And so here I am, and here are 5 things that we've got to declutter. 5 things that have got to go. I would say, I mean, at any age, some of these, but I'd say particularly in your late 50s. Okay, right. I'm starting with number 1. Things in your environment that don't bring you joy. Okay. And when I talk about environment, I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about your immediate environment, as in your home, your office, and things like that. Things that are in your space that don't bring you joy, you can declutter and do away with. Now, if you see me looking down, it's only because I'm looking at my phone. I've written all my notes here so I don't forget. But yeah, things that don't bring you joy in your environment, they should go away, and you need to replace them with the things that do bring you joy. Okay, so if you have things like cutlery in your kitchen that doesn't bring you joy, you know, I'm not talking of people that like the odd cutlery. There are people that like odd cutlery, they collect different cutlery. That's different. That thing brings you joy. It might not be something I would do, but it brings you joy, and therefore keep it. But really, if you're holding on to old pots and pans and things like that you hate, that don't make cooking joyous for you, you know, or you've got a pillow that's, you know, so old and you've washed it, you've dry cleaned it, but it's flat and it's not bringing joy when it's time to go to bed, then I would say make way to get rid of. Maybe you can't afford to change everything at the same time. That's not what I'm saying. But you can start in your mind to say, you know what, I need a new pot. And therefore, how am I going to do it? Can I do it in the next month? Can I do it straight away? Do I have to wait 3 months? Do I have to wait for a sale? You can do all these things. You can think about these things, but things in your environment that don't bring you joy, I would say declutter, get rid. Okay? Right. People who drain you, please. People who drain you, I would say you can't always get rid of people. And I'm not saying that we should use that language to get rid of people. What I'm saying is that people who drain you, okay, make you afterwards, you cannot even work, drain you because maybe they're dumping on you, or drain you because the way they're talking to you. I would say you need to start getting boundaries up, and you need to start making allowing there to be a space between you and that person, for your own well-being, for your own mental state, for your own mind, you know. So definitely people who you know, who are not making you feel your best, I would say start to begin to put space between you. Okay, your wardrobe. Number 3, excuse me please, my eye. Number 3, your wardrobe, especially us ladies and many men out there. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit into your life right now, it doesn't bring you joy, I would say get rid of it. If it's torn, if it needs to be taken to the tailor, I would say get rid of it. Give yourself, or at least give yourself 6 months. And if you haven't done anything in 6 months, be honest with yourself and either sell it, give it away, swap it, do something that you can, you know, be rid of it. Because our wardrobes represent us. And if we are holding on to things that don't bring us joy, then when we wear it, it kind of like adds to our, ourself. We're wearing, so how many times have you seen somebody wearing something that they're not comfortable in? They don't they don't look, if you look good, you feel good, right? Or if you feel good, you look good rather. But no, if you're not, if this thing doesn't serve you, if this thing is old, if this thing is supposed to be white but it looks yellow, this thing is too tight, this thing is too big, this thing, I've had it since I was in, since I first got married, and I've been married 20 years now, and I don't want to let it go. We need to start to think of how we can let it go, because we can let anything go. We just need to be in that mindset. And you might need help to do this, So there's things to think about that you can declutter. I'm not saying that you need to declutter all at once, okay? But there are things that we do need to get rid of, okay? If you're enjoying this content, by the way, please like and subscribe. I have started this channel recently, and it's taken a while to film. It's not easy. I'm not there yet. I'm doing my best, but I'd like you to please like and subscribe and help me build. Help me build a family, help me build a community, and then as I begin to grow, I can get other people to help me, and I can do things much better, because that's what we want. We want to get better as we grow older. Number 4, declutter your mind and how you view yourself. How you view yourself, how you represent yourself, is usually how people see you. Okay, people, they say that it takes 4 to 7 seconds for people to make their mind up about you. They don't know you, they just see you and they make their mind up about you within 4 to 7 seconds. The rest, you have to prove to them that you're not who they thought you were in the first 4 or 7 seconds, or to actually, you know, put more meat to the bone and show them that, yeah, you thought I was great in the first 4 or 7 seconds. Wait till you see me now. Wait till you hear what I've got to say. You're going to think I'm amazing. And so, yeah, people make judgment of us very, very quickly. And so how we think about ourselves is also important. If you come across yourself that, I'm so stupid, I'll never, I can't do this, I'm just not up to it, I'm just not up to them, that's how you'll come across. And so we need to get rid of how we think about ourselves if it's negative, and we need to pour into ourselves through many things. There could be meditation, it could be prayer, it could be speaking to other people, it could be reading, different things on help books on how to do those things. It's important that we think well of ourselves, because then we will represent ourselves. You are worthy. If you're in your 50s and 60s and beyond, I want to tell you right now that you are worthy, and you are worthy to take up space. You have to believe that. I had to believe it for myself. Trust me. Yeah, I've had to believe it for myself. It hasn't been easy. When people always said, "Oh, you look nice," it would be so, I don't think so. Or I bought this for a fiver. How can you say it looked nice or something like that? I didn't have that confidence, and it took a while to kind of like begin to look at myself, begin to see myself as worthy, to take up space. I'm not there yet. I'm not fully there, but I'm better than where I was, and yes, I will continue to do so. Okay, and the fifth one: declutter what we put in our mouths. Come on, people. We're at that age where we cannot afford to be eating the things that are not good for us, especially eating them in large amounts. I'm not saying don't eat this, don't eat that. But what I am saying is that if you know that thing is not good for you, not good for your diet, not good for your age as it is now, I would say at least decrease it. Look at what you put in your mouth, you know, and begin to decrease it or increase it if you found things that are good. Speak to your doctor, look at your medication, do a health check, look at those things. I was speaking to someone just the other day who suddenly, has, who will probably need medication. But I've also spoken to him about diet. Diet can play a huge factor in decreasing those levels. And so, what we put in our mouth is very important at this age. Don't be fooled. We don't need to overeat on things like sweet sugar, especially sugar, um, grains that are not good, especially things like, cereal. We don't need to be eating as much cereal. We need to declutter it. Look at what you're eating. Speak to your dietitian, speak to your doctor, speak to friends, look online. What should you be eating to gather more strength? I can tell you one thing that you should be eating if you're in your 50s and 60s. You should be eating more protein. You should be eating more protein for strength and ability. So that's one thing you need to increase. And what we should be eating actually is a gram for every pound or kilo that we weigh. And for some of us, that's up to about, you know, if you weigh something like 100 or if you weigh something like 130 or 40 kilos, then you should be eating, 140 grams of protein at least a day. And if you weigh something like, you know, um, pounds, or I think I've got it wrong where I'm saying it, but I'm kilos, for example, and I should be eating at least a hundred grams of of I'm for example I'm 60. No, for example, I should be eating at least 100 grams of protein a day. So that's also important. And yeah, and the last one, the bonus one, is what you mentally absorb. What is coming into your mind? What are you learning? What are you picking up now? Are you listening to people who are putting you down, saying you can't do this? What are you doing that for? You're too old to do that. You shouldn't be doing that. No, we need to declutter what we've learned that doesn't pay us, that doesn't move us forward, what we have been listening to that doesn't pay us, doesn't move us forward. We need to declutter it, take it off or take it away. That's what we need to do to help us move forward. I'm really happy to be able to share these points with you, but I need you also to like, to subscribe, and to help me build this family so that we can have more points. We can have an easier discussion. I'd like to come with you with more elevated work. I know that it's in its raw form at the moment, and I'd like to look back and say, yeah, I invested in that and I did that, but I can't do it unless you're showing me that there's a need for me to be here. And I do believe that there is. And so please click and subscribe and In the meantime, don't forget to rock your decade.